TAQ Capital, technical analysis quickly.
This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Before taking any action based on the information provided on this channel, it is recommended that you seek the advice of a professional licensed financial advisor.
Let's do this.
Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. This is just a quick video to discuss the pace of how this thing is unfolding, because it is painfully slow. You can see also here on the RSI that we have, higher lows and higher highs, while on the price we have lower highs and lower lows. So we've got bullish divergence playing out here nicely, and all signs are pointing to, at least the short term, this coin going up. For greater detail, you can see my other videos that I posted today. I've got 2 of them. But if I get off the 2-hour chart and jump down to like a 5-minute chart, for instance, so you can see the wedges a little bit better and kill my Bollinger Bands and the Ichimoku clouds so we can see these candles a little bit better. I'm just watching as this unfolds. I mean, it is just straight up, boring as hell, sideways action. We came up this purple wedge, down the yellow wedge. Now we're in the orange wedge, and kind of bounced off here. So now I've created a purple wedge. It's gone, different ways. Originally it started like this, and this one went there. So that said that we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 up and out. We broke out, but now we're back in it again. So I'm not sure if this is still working on a breakout, and this was kind of a big overshoot. This is, I know we're only on the 5-minute, but that's a pretty big hanging out for it to be rejected. So I almost want to drag it up there, but if I drag it up there, this is no longer touching, which means that this can't be number 2. So I've got to move it somehow to something like this. And if that's the case, then we've got 1, 2, 3, and we need another one that's going to be lower yet before we come back up. In fact, it looks like it's breaking out as I speak here. We just poked out again. So I'm not sure what this one's doing and what this qualifies as yet. But Bitcoin's acting very strange right now. And I'm not 100% sure how to make sense of it. But everything, just like I said earlier, is still pointing us up. The red wedge has to break up. The orange wedge has to break up. The blue wedge already broke up, so this one's done. And then if we zoom out some, you see the bigger red wedge that needs to break out that way. This pink one is pointing that it needs to break down, but the pink one's tiny and not established at all. We've got a 1, 2, 3. We don't even have a 4th yet. So we don't know where this is going to go. The 4th could be, up here, and then it resets down here. So you just redraw the line, and then you've got a sideways broadening wedge, and now it can just keep going up. So it's moving so slowly that I've got just like way too many wedges going on, trying to figure out where it's going. Whereas ordinarily, you draw a wedge like this orange one, for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's breakout, and it's happening so quickly, or at least at a healthy pace, that you're not sitting here trying to draw these 96 other wedges during consolidation. The patience when it comes to trading is equally as important as the ability to take emotional blows or make wise decisions, during a full-on meltdown. But while I'm here, I just want to remind you of the bigger picture too. This purple wedge is the one we've been in since the peak of the market, and we're coming down this green one here. This was our 4th hit before, but since it did the swoop up, this is now our 4th hit, and this is actually a miss. So now we're doing another swoop to break up and out, and this will get rid of both the purple and the green wedges. So even if in the very short term we have a little bit more downside, which again I just don't see, all the wedges say that they need to break up. So I think it's probably going to be more of a smaller swoop. So I think because this downward angle here is where we have the RSI going up the opposite direction, right? So I think we're just going to be working our way up here now, up, out, and so on. So sit tight. Let's wait on Bitcoin to wake up, I guess. But I haven't seen stuff move this painfully slow, and I feel like a good week. But we're here now, so I would say buckle up, but there's no need to. I mean, it's not like you're going to get hurt at these speeds. And just now, while I was working in Final Cut Pro, I saw the the green wedge here, this one, and the parallel line with the red up here at the top. This wedge that creates a point down here. That was an awful drawing, but you get the point. Like that. That one went 1, 2, 3, and at the time I was filming, I couldn't get into a fourth because this was too low. But this just did this swoop, which ended the purple wedge, and got us high enough to make this not a hit. So now we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So we've got our, let me fix that. We've got our 1, 2, then the white line comes down here to 3, up here to 4, and I think we're going to do this, bounce down, up and out. Now, it's possible that we are going to run all the way across and go down. But when you look at the totality of the circumstances, everything that we're working with, all of the other wedges, more than anything, and the overall trajectory of Bitcoin in the short term, everything is pointing to up. So for it to come out this way is unlikely. And generally, though not always, the fourth hit is the side it breaks out on. So another option, though, it could do is it could come down here just a little bit further. So then you would have to move this down, which means then you're looking at 1, 2, and then 3 would be way over here. So now you need a fourth over here. So then it would come up and hit that fourth and then do a down and out. So we could still have a lot more time if it's got to complete all of this crap. And with the way that Bitcoin's been moving, there's a good chance of that. Because you'll start off with, some itty bitty triangle that gives you a quick 1, 2, 3, 4, but then the points move. So then you got a new 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the points move again, and you get a new 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's still that symmetrical wedge, sideways narrowing wedge, just like this green one here. So this may not be the final 1, 2, 3, 4, but as big as it is, as long as this has been going on literally all freaking day, like this was 11:15 this morning that we bottomed out down here. So I can't say all day then, but at 13 hours this wedge is taken, and it's we look like we had this amazing bounce from the beginning, and then once you realize, damn it, you're in this symmetrical wedge, and then it's just painful, and then eventually you'll break out. So I think we're looking at a fairly imminent breakout. I mean, if it goes this exact path, we're talking 3 o'clock in the morning. But it could take a little bit longer. It could be a smaller bounce and go out sooner. It could be more like 2 a.m. I don't know. Or it could just come all the way down, like I said, reshape the wedge, and we're not going to be doing anything until tomorrow morning. This is all Eastern Standard Time. But I just thought I'd hop back on here and post about that. Well, that's it for my video. If you found it helpful, like, share, and subscribe. And my other socials are down below. I was going to put this one on Instagram because of the more timely update thing, but I'm happy to be sitting in front of my computer, so I thought, why not just bang it out on YouTube? But that's the kind of thing that I do on Instagram, and then I let everybody know about it on Twitter as well as Telegram. So have a great night out there, and I'll catch you in the next video.